Hey, I decided I wanted to make a little ramble video. We are we're finished with thieving and cooking for what we had banked and what we wanted to save for Master Farmer. So we are currently doing some Slayer and making money on tasks that we can to save away for GP for smithing. I believe it's about 4 GP XP for gold ore. So that'll be a few months of this to make that kind of money, but really enjoying it. I really enjoy Slayer as a skill altogether. We are closing in on 40 mil now, which I think it puts us like rank 12 in Slayer or something like that. We recently passed what is his name? I think Fathlete, something like that. We recently passed that account. He had died. Wasn't really an impressive account though, honestly. It was just all zoned. It was all zoned melees, so it wasn't really any sort of. It didn't feel good to pass it. I was ahead of that account in EHP years ago, so kind of is what it is. But next is Escape Nerp or ESC Nerp. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but he's a really good player. He fucked up too. But he had a really good account with a lot of resources on it. Like, that's a big loss. That's a big L right there for that account, unfortunately. Yeah, so you see me here just rocking Prosy, rocking overheads, just staying safe. Not, the most important item on a hardcore Iron Man is its status if you're in the rank game. And I know many of you just like to watch hardcores be made and then die, which seems a little like you guys are a little bit of sadists there a little bit, but some of us want to try to see if we can make it as far as we can, and I have a pretty good shot at doing that if I don't burn out. So burning out or dying would be the end all to that, goal. But right now we're very motivated. We're doing what we can, playing when we can, doing what we can. I mean, Slayer EHP is set to 80k an hour. I'm getting a good 30k an hour. Like, I'm not getting anywhere near rates, but I have a plan with what I'm doing. I'm gonna be using up most of my melees while I make the money for paying for smithing, because the alternative is to just barrage Slayer, which will get it done faster, etc. But I have other plans for my GP when it comes to like GP from runecrafting in the future. Like, that'll be paying for 200 mil fletching, that'll be paying for 200 mil con, and any other miscellaneous GP costs on anything. So choosing to make Slayer pay for smithing is just a personal choice based off of the goals of this account, where this account is going. I saved just enough melee XP and magic, just enough to basically use up most of the melees to make money for smithing, like 800 mil, and then stop melee Slayer and start doing barrage Slayer. Like, melee the task that I melee, but barrage the task that I'm going to barrage at that point, and get 200 mil magic. I'll probably run out of combat styles by the time I'm like 180 mil Slayer, but if I could actually make it that far in Slayer, then I'd be perfectly okay with getting the last 20 mil without having any other stats attached to it. I'd be perfectly fine with that. Yeah, I like this task. This would be a lot better if I had demonic offering, but I don't want to do DS2. Not trying to risk the account status for a quest at this point. At this point, I'm too far in. Like, I will never have the motivation to get an account to this point again. Like, it's gone now. Like, I did it with the main, I jumped into this, but I would never want to do this again. Like, it just isn't physically possible. The time that I have with life right now, with things that I have going on, it just isn't possible for me to have that motivation to do it again. So, you know, this account's a one-off. So if I fuck up on something, like, as I do this task, I just think of, like, Praise Foot, for example. He died to a superior Abbey Demon, and he was the best, like, gear-wise and KC-wise. He was the biggest hardcore Iron Man, the best hardcore Iron Man in the game in that way. And he died to this task, to, you know, with all sorts of pricey, you know, good-looking gear on, and Torva or whatever, with all the good stuff, and he died because he lost the fundamentals. Overheads with Proselyte is the, I don't know, it's, for me, it's the way to stay safe, it's the way to stay alive, and I will do all of the Slayer that I do with Proselyte. Not to mention the amount of the amount of prayer it saves me. Now, what I did is I left just enough thieving to do just enough for the amount of ranners that I'll need throughout the skill. It's just a personal preference to do ranners. It's just a lot. I'd rather go and do. I mean, say I went and spent 10 hours doing Master Farmer, then I'd have enough ranners to make enough pots for like 2 weeks of Slayer. So like a day of Master, like a session of Master Farmer would be enough seeds for me to do what I needed to do for X amount of time, however much time I'd be able to do such. But yeah, we're just right now. Slayer's the motivation. We're gonna be doing Hunter. Like, that was a plan. I wanted to do Herbivore, but what I kind of realized is, like, with this account, like, it's a hardcore Iron Man. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be during this. So I know doing smithing is some extra shit. Like, if I were smart enough, I would just straight do Slayer I would start right now and just never stop. But being as there are the combat stats that I wanna, like, in the future when I do zero time activities, I want to make them like more than just redwoods. Like, do fishing or do some mining, or like for zone, for example, I have like a year left of ranged in the NMZ, so that's pretty cool. That's gonna run out then, you know. Thing is, the turn of this year we'll be breaking 2 bill by the turn of this year, which it's just we're getting closer and closer to people that we didn't think we'd ever get close to in ranks wise, both in hours and XP. It's pretty close in both, so just looking forward to seeing where we can end up. I'll definitely be making a video before I get another rank, because it's gonna take me at least 4 months to catch up to where S-Nerp is, or Escape, or whatever his name is right now. He's at 1.6 bill, 1621 bill, so that's a good 100+ mil. But there's also some guys coming up from behind. But put it this way, like, you go off numbers in this game. If someone's 100 mil below me and they're doing 3 mil more than I am per week, divide the 100 mil by 3 mil. You still got a long way. Now that means that they have to stay at that pace for 30 weeks or X amount of weeks, and a lot of times I've found that I'm able to outlast a lot of my competition, especially in this game mode, where a lot of these guys, they didn't play mains, they didn't skill, they didn't grind, they just made hardcores, and they got far because they've been playing since the beginning. I made this account with blood in mind, with bloody intentions, because I was frothing at the mouth from the main game at the time, so I was like gung-ho jumping into this account. Now, Master Farmer explains how I'm going to finish thieving. Now you might be wondering, why did I stop at 140 milk cooking? Now, that's because I plan to do temperus in the future for fishing XP. I really like temperus, and it's like upwards of, at times I was getting upwards of 90k XP an hour, so hopefully hopefully that will give me the fish that I need to finish. But there's going to be a lot of time where I do like some zero time fishing type stuff in the future. But yeah, I want to make another video at I'll probably make another video when we hit some sort of a milestone. I think we'll make another video when we hit like 100 mil defense. We'll make an update, because 50 mil slayers would be a nice update point, but that's gonna be a while till that. But actually, I don't really know when I'll put up another video. But we are out here, another rank in the books, and I'd wait till the next rank to make one, but I wouldn't see you guys for a while then. I've been streaming again, by the way, so if anybody's bored, my stream link is in the description below. I will be doing some daytime type streams, just a couple hours a day of some Slayer, and just some trance and some Slayer. And yeah, stay alive. If you're hardcore, stay alive. Don't take any risks. Or you can, and I could take your rank. It's up to you. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here now, so I hope you guys are motivated towards your goals as well, and I'll see you on the next one.